Hermes Trismegistus and Thoth have been connected in historical and esoteric traditions, blending elements from Greek, Egyptian, and later Hermetic philosophies. Here's a breakdown of their correlation and connection. Thoth. In Egyptian mythology, Thoth is the god of wisdom, magic, writing, science, and the judgment of the dead. He is often depicted as a man with the head of an ibis or a baboon, animals sacred to him. Thoth was believed to be the inventor of writing and the mediator between the conflicting forces of good and evil, making him a key figure in the maintenance of the universe. Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is a legendary Hellenistic figure that combines attributes of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. The name Trismegistus means thrice great, indicating his mastery over the three parts of the wisdom of the universe: alchemy, astrology, and theurgy. Hermes Trismegistus is primarily associated with the Hermetic corpus, a series of texts that are the basis of Hermeticism, which explores the nature of divinity, the cosmos, humanity, and alchemy. Connection. The connection between Hermes Trismegistus and Thoth arises from the syncretism that occurred in the Hellenistic period, especially in Egypt under Greek rule. The Greeks, recognizing similarities between their god Hermes, the messenger and mediator of the gods, and the Egyptian god Thoth, the scribe and counselor of the gods, identified them with each other. This led to the creation of Hermes Trismegistus as a symbol of combined Greek and Egyptian wisdom. Hermeticism. Hermeticism is an esoteric tradition that incorporates aspects of both Greek and Egyptian thought, theology, and philosophy. The texts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, particularly the Hermetica, contain dialogues that explore the divine, the cosmos, the soul's ascent, and the unity of all existence. These works had a significant influence on Western esoteric thought, including alchemy, astrology, and magic, throughout the Renaissance and beyond. Alleged Atlantean connection. The idea of Thoth as an Atlantean priest or king comes from later esoteric and occult traditions, most notably the works of Edgar Cayce in the 20th century. Cayce's readings often referred to ancient Atlantis and its advanced civilization, suggesting Thoth had connections to Atlantis, which he later brought to Egypt. This connection is not found in ancient Egyptian or Greek texts, but is a modern addition to the lore surrounding Thoth and Hermes Trismegistus. In summary, Hermes Trismegistus serves as a symbolic amalgamation of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth, embodying the transmission and synthesis of wisdom across cultures. The connection to Atlantis, however, is a modern development, not rooted in the original Greek or Egyptian sources. Historical and cultural contexts. Hermes Trismegistus is a figure from Hellenistic Egypt, a synthesis of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. This amalgamation reflects the blending of Greek and Egyptian cultures during the Hellenistic period, particularly in Egypt under the Ptolemaic dynasty following the conquests of Alexander the Great. Moses, on the other hand, is a much earlier figure, traditionally dated to the 2nd millennium BCE in the biblical narrative, as the leader who brought the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage. The historical and cultural contexts of these figures are thus quite distinct, separated by at least a millennium or more. Philosophical and religious influence. While there is no direct evidence within the canonical texts of the Bible or in historical records that explicitly connects Hermes Trismegistus with Moses or other biblical persons, some esoteric and Hermetic traditions propose that the wisdom of Hermes influenced a wide range of religious and philosophical thought, including Judeo-Christian traditions. These claims, however, are speculative and not supported by mainstream historical or archaeological evidence. Hermeticism and its reception. Hermetic texts, which purport to convey the wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus, enjoyed a revival during the Renaissance when scholars and thinkers sought to reconcile different strands of ancient wisdom, including Egyptian, Greek, and Christian thought. Some Renaissance thinkers speculated about an ancient Prisca theologia, a primitive theology that predates and underlies all major religious traditions, suggesting that figures like Hermes Trismegistus, Moses, and even Plato might share a common source of wisdom. However, these ideas are more reflective of Renaissance syncretism and the search for a universal truth than of documented historical influences. Modern esoteric traditions. In modern times, various esoteric and occult traditions have drawn connections between Hermes Trismegistus, biblical figures, and other ancient wisdom traditions. These connections are often based on thematic similarities or the idea of a perennial philosophy, rather than on direct historical or textual evidence. In summary, while Hermes, or Hermes Trismegistus, is an influential figure in the history of Western esotericism and has been subject to various speculative connections with biblical figures, there is no direct evidence of influence on Moses or other specific individuals in the Bible. The connections made between Hermes and biblical figures largely originate from later interpretations and the syncretic efforts of Renaissance and modern esoteric thought.